Hello and welcome back to Project Zomboid. This is Ace, and it is the 10th of August. Since the last time we went up and looted not all, many of those bodies. I really just focused on the areas where they were really piled up and brought home just a ton of thread, 302 pieces of it, once it all combined up to something a little over 80 full spools. So that should be enough to take us up the next two levels of tailoring. Right now, we're stuck at 6, which we just finished because we don't have the book 4 and volume 5. Volume 5 is going to be a luxury. 4 is really what's going to take us up to 8, which is where we can repair clothes, not just patch them. So that's where clothes really just start to get to the point where we only need 2 outfits rather than a whole bunch of extra leather jackets. You can see that mechanics got up to level 2, so we're able to start doing some better stuff on the car, although we're not able to build some of the stuff I want to until metalworking 4. Hey, we just got there, so that's why there's a bull bar on the front of the F350. And we now can start to tear apart full vehicles and do salvage on those. So that's going to be a thing that we're going to start working on pretty quick. Electrical's up at 2. I was talking in a previous episode about the fryer being a great oven. I thought that you could get it earlier than 2, but nope, level 2 it is. So we've got our electrical up to level 2. Today's task, we've got 3 of them. One, we're going to go to the post office in West Point. So now we're going right into the heart of town for real. No more messing around at the edges. So we're going to go up. We're going to stop at the burger joint next to the gas station. We're going to grab that fryer. And we're going to go up to the post office and fight our way in there, and we're going to find all their books and bring them all home. Hopefully we've got a Tailoring 4 in there. And then finally, remember the bad trip we had down to Four Corners? Well, this one's going to be a little more productive because I've got 5 of those improved spears made with hunting knives on them, all in great shape, 80-85% durability. They don't come in at 100 when you make them. They come in at about 65. So you make them and then you repair them once and you get them up to about 80-85. So I've got 5 of those made. There is just absolutely no reason why we can't go and create some serious havoc this time. So we're going to do that. It's the morning. It just hit 10 a.m. This is my new favorite ride for now. And we've got some work to do to it still, but let's go get ourselves a fryer. I've been pulling all the Zeds out onto the railroad track. When I go back, I use the track and I honk the horn. So they all are congregating there, which has been keeping the road fairly clear. And then we go by on the road and they migrate back towards the road. So you want to use the R key. We're going to go and pick this up, but by default it wants to grab the extractor hood up above. So make sure you hit R to go for the Friars Club instead. Hit your shift key to cancel the next thing it wants to pick up, since it's trying to go for another one. Oh, I went ahead and replaced the 38s with a 45 revolver and a 45 semi-auto, and picked up the ammo for that. I think we're not going to bring anything else, although that trash can, actually, I'm going to grab that. Wow. Failed your perception roll there, dude. Drop this stuff in the back. Alright, first mission accomplished. We've got an oven. So we are going to be able to start to produce some stews, which we desperately need because our weight is getting way too low. 68. We need to get that up to 75. So it's time to make a lard and butter stew. Alright. Let me see the map here. Actually, we wanted to turn left right behind us here, so back up. And it's going to be the first big parking lot on our right. Oh, look at that nice little military trailer. So that's the post office directly in front of us. But first we're going to have to make a mess. I've got one spear in my hands and I've got a second one in my bag. Game has, I think, a hard time if a zombie isn't actually rendered. Those two took entirely too long to take down. If the zombie isn't actually rendered, like they're right around the corner, then they don't actually exist. They don't have a hitbox. And I think that there's a tiny lag between when they render and when they get a hitbox. This is certainly biting off everything I can in one shot. I'm watching my endurance up there and I'm just wishing it were a little higher. So we're going to keep the truck close. Let's just put it that way. Oh, gosh, I need them to drop. I'm going to try and isolate them a little bit so we can take advantage of that spear one-shot ability. I did not like that angle. That's a better one. Watch out for this high load bit. There's our twofer. We'll just chain those twofers together. Okay. Oof. All that, and our spear is doing good. It's down to about 50%. Okay, let's take a look in the post office here and see what there is to see. I think that's this roll-up door right here. Actually, I need to be a little smarter about this. We need to recoup just a bit of endurance. Taking those vitamins. I thought we were almost done. If you stand on a Zed who's laying on the ground, they're not supposed to be able to get up. So if you need to just pin one there for a minute while you deal with another, that's the way to do that. Until we find that sledgehammer, we don't have a way into the ammo store. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. Now let's get that endurance back up real quick. Ah. That's about as many as I feel comfortable tackling at any one time. I am not the kind of guy who wades in with the horn blaring. I'm going to speed up time just a little bit. All right, let's see if we can take a look in that post office real quick. Lucky, lucky. Oh, look at those books. Here's our Tailoring Volume 4 that we wanted. Yep, Tailoring Volume 4. Sweet. So if we had to book out of here right now, I'd walk away happy. But we're definitely going to see if we can grab you, little ninja. Look at you, ninja style. Taking those vitamins. Ooh, another bread sword. So many books I don't need. Let's take it back right now. Hey, somebody left the zombie tap turned on a little bit. I thought we were going to do Barq-n-Clothes on the same trip, but I'm thinking probably not. Somebody sure doesn't like that door. As soon as we can get our levels up enough, we'll go ahead and put a roof rack on this. There's more storage space there. Between the bed and the roof rack, I think we'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of 350 on the truck. And that is a fine number. All right, we're calling it. That's GTFO. I can't wait until we can fix engines, because that's a thing. So we've got the gas. Let's go down to Four Corners and see how bad the Z problem is up at Barq-n-Clothes. I think that it's going to be a turn around and come home sort of thing, because our fatigue is pretty high. And it's coming up on 8 o'clock. So they're all going to get pretty active. There's no way I'm going to fight my way through that same number that we just did, but after 8 o'clock at night. And not with fatigue being up at, what, about 75–80% right now. with the conspicuous trait instead of inconspicuous, it is a lot harder to do ninja runs. Sneak in the back of a building, grab everything, and leave. Oh, yeah, no. Especially not with a truck that seems to like to stall on me. We are going to come back tomorrow, and hopefully they're going to be mostly down towards the intersection or towards the used car dealership, and hopefully we're going to be able to come in and hit Barq-n-Clothes without fighting the entire mass of them, because that's a lot of Zeds. Without any shotguns, that's just gonna be a slog. Oof. Spear did pretty good for us today. Put this one into the backpack. It's a backup, and we'll grab the good one out of the backpack. That's for tomorrow. Let's put our oven in and let's make ourselves a stew. Yeah, I think we're set on the books department. Yep. Yep. I had high hopes when I saw a fryer in the game. I thought, yeah, French fries, baby. Yeah, it's just an oven. So auto cook to the rescue. Boom. Auto cook stew. 80 suitable ingredients. Yeah, this is going to be with our priority for auto cook set to weight gain. This stew's going to have some calories in it. I wish that there was a little, like, cooking done. I wish there was just a little grace period there where it could be done instead of burning. I know that burning is, it's just a meter that says at the end of this it's going to be burned, but still, it's just one of those OCD things. I'm gonna have to pare this room back when we go to generator. Running 2 fridges, 2 fridge freezers. It's more power than I care to spend. As long as the electricity's on, it's easy enough. You can turn the oven off about 85, 90% of that bar. It'll keep cooking for a few ticks afterwards. Right about now would be just a tiny bit too soon. Watch that number, -74. Gonna pop up with the cooked numbers. And right now we're sitting there on calories. I'm just gonna eat the whole thing. I haven't had a full calorie bar in quite a while. Boom. Yep. Was what I expected. Yes, no, you can't eat the spaghetti bolognese. It's you are so full. I couldn't eat another bite. Oh, come on, it is waffle thin. I don't even need to have a cig, do I? Oh, yeah, agitated. All right. Yeah. Smoking a stew. How about you? Are you... What's the dealio? All right, well, that's a pretty good looking noodle bar. In a Shanghai noodle factory Place where I once used to be. Let's go clear four corners up a little bit, shall we? Trash. Jeez, the janitor is late again. Super excited about all the fog. I just scraped the paint off the right fender flare. Past the power line cut. This could be very bad. This could be very bad. This could be where we die. there's a door or something around. Yeah, right there. Let's see if that's open. Oh, they're walking right through it. Excellent. They are in slow-mo. I think it's looking good. Shh. Now you did it. Definitely want to find some leather pants. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Well, I think so, Brain, but where are we going to find rubber pants our size? Yep, I figured you were going to come in and say hi. Come on. You're not very stealthy at all. I appreciate that about you. Quieter now. Really want to find a camelback while we're in here. Ooh, full-size leather jacket in perfect shape. Take that. That might very well be one of our final jackets. I think these are basically the same as military. Black leather trousers. Thank you very much. Definitely need a bikini. Two, three. Two. Two, three. And two. Well, I'm just a little disappointed. No camelback. Pair of leather pants. All of this for a pair of leather pants. I came all the way here and all I got were these lousy pants. Oh, and a leather jacket. So, fair enough. So like I was saying earlier, there seems to be a slight delay between when something renders and when it gets a hitbox. So be careful about expecting that the moment you see something you can attack it. Mission accomplished. Look at that. That went pretty well, actually. Let's see if this truck up here is grabbable. I think it is. I like it. That went pretty well. Didn't have to fight the mob. They were down far enough. I don't think that they even saw us when we picked up the truck. So this is going to be a bit of a slog back. So what I'm going to do is bring the truck to about, yeah, somewhere in this neighborhood, and I'm going to leave it. And then we're going to come back with the tow truck, which will have a much easier time bringing this home. Come on, give me the menu. How did you die? Well, I was unhooking. There we go. We'll come back and grab that with the tow truck. If it can lift it. Even if it can't, I think it'll have an easier tow than this. Day turned out really nice. Fog cleared up. Just in time for us to be done with all the fighting, of course. Every time I drive by that sign, the way that the rendering works, I think that the sign is flashing, illuminated. First time I saw it, I was staring at it, trying to figure out what happened, and it ran into a tree, of course. Well, we have got skill books galore. We have got Tailoring 4. So we have got everything we need to get up to Tailoring level 8. we're gonna take this home. I'm gonna come back with the tow truck, grab that we left. Really, that's just sort of like a little icing on the cake at this point. That truck is probably just gonna sit out and back and be a storage unit. But we're gonna get tailoring up, and I'm going to get metalworking. I think I've got, oh no, because we're up at 4 now. So yeah, we can start go ahead and putting stuff on the truck. So the next time you see the truck, I believe it will have some roof rack on it and stuff like that. Let's drop this off. This was over by the gas station there, just around the corner here. Brought that back when I went back to the storage unit to finish cleaning that out. And it does tow like a tow truck should, which I think is due to the mod that creates this truck. And it also works on KI5's stuff, so when we find the M35 tow truck, that'll be a great tow vehicle. I did try towing the F700 with this, and it worked, but it actually was modeling the physics, the weight of the truck. So the F700, when we tried to lift that thing up off the ground, the back of this was, let's just say, low rider. So with this this big box truck down here, this should be even worse. I hadn't just put a hole in that bulletproof vest. Use the towing height. Yeah. I'm sure this will steer. If it really modeled it well, that'd be funny. Lift the front wheels right up off the ground. That's a Carolina squat right there. I wonder if that was the origin of the Carolina squat. Some guy was watching his lifted Escalade get towed, and it was lifting the front of the tow truck up, and he thought that looked really cool. That'd be funny. Well, there we go. A successful day, 2 days. Brought home, well, some leather pants anyways, and a good leather jacket. We've got all the books we need. So time to hit the books, do some studying, and then fix clothes. Because as soon as we hit 8, we can actually repair clothes and then put padding on them. So the next time you see us, we are going to be decked out in level 8 tailored padded clothes, all repaired, all in good shape. So we can finally start focusing on exactly which clothes we have and looking for best in slot stuff and not worrying about having to have 3 or 4 or 5 of them. Other than that, tear down some cars, get some scrap metal, and start putting some extra stuff on the Ford. I want to get that tricked out so that that's our daily driver and has enough storage to bring everything home. Pause there. This is Ace. This was a good day. Glad it worked out. That fog was a little touch and go for a second, but it worked out great. So glad you were here for it. Hope you were here for it. If you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time. I'm signing off.